This is what happens to a man or woman when they start to emotionally lose their self-confidence. There are things that start to dig at them deeply. What happens on the inside? The first thing that will happen to an individual, male or female, when they start to lose their self-confidence, they begin to overthink everything. Think about it. As a person, I was very unconfident. I also had days when sometimes I'm very confident, sometimes I'm very unconfident. So what happens to me when I'm very unconfident or when I was unconfident? Well, I began to think too much. I overthink everything, from what I was going to eat, from what I was going to say, from the way I stand, how I stand, the way I look at people, the way I had conversations with individuals. All of these really small details begin to take up so much of your precious energy that it's the only thing that you think about. And it bothers you. It's very uncomfortable. It's very overwhelming because you look at someone that you may know, maybe a brother or a father or a sibling or a friend or a family member, and to them everything seems very easy. It seems very peaceful. Nothing bothers them. They just say what they think. They do what they think. They don't overthink things. That person typically, when they enter a room, they almost shine. They glow. People see and they can feel that they are confident. They understand that that person doesn't care about anything. They're very simple-minded and they don't let things bother them. You wish you were them, but you're not because you overthink everything. Another thing that happens to them. This is called the imposter syndrome. The imposter syndrome is feeling like you're never good enough. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter what you propose, it doesn't feel enough. It doesn't seem good enough. This standard that you put on yourself can be very benefiting in one hand if you're a business person and you want to be better. This is very good. But when it comes to you on a day-to-day basis, it is very deconstructing. It breaks you down internally because you believe that no matter what you do, you feel also that no one appreciates what you're doing and it's not enough. No matter how much you do, you seem to feel like you're in an environment where people don't appreciate your input. So you're constantly battling yourself. Do you just completely give up and prove them right, or do you keep going and still prove no one right? It's a very tough battle to endure. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have a father and you really admire and idolize your dad. You want to make him proud. You want to make them feel proud. You want to feel proud, but you forget to be proud of yourself because you're so bothered with trying to please and prove to them that you are something, that you're worth something. And sometimes most men and also women with their father, for instance, never feel like that they're enough, that they can never please him. And this bothers them deep down. In one hand, it's a great motivator. You will end up achieving way more than the typical average person. But this wears you down emotionally and you don't know how to deal with it. This is the imposter syndrome. The third emotion is that you have constant self-doubt. You second guess every choice that you have or idea that you want to play out, but you stop yourself. Let's say you want to start a business. You put so much doubt within yourself that you almost don't believe that you're able to do it. There's a reason why you had this idea. There's a reason why you want to do something. But because we don't realize that our environment, our upbringing, our circle has programmed us so much that we don't realize it's actually their input that leads us to our faults. Let me briefly explain. You might be a person that has many ideas, but you don't know what to do. You always second guess. You might be even waiting for someone's approval. You might catch yourself always asking for someone else's approval, but their input matters way more to you than your own input. For some reason, you pedestalize their input and then you believe the input. And let's say everyone in your family is talking negatively. If you believe, what will happen because you're in a negative environment, this will fill your mind with negativity and self-doubt. These negative thoughts will prevent you from doing anything with your life. You'll be a very depressed individual if you continue to allow these self-doubts to get to you. You have to understand sometimes you might have to walk away, take a step back and move somewhere else, or ignore them, or act or visualize in your head that you're not in that environment, or that nothing around you matters temporarily to be able to clear, to go through that self-doubt. This self-doubt eats you alive and it bothers you every day. The fourth emotion, you have a very large fear of being rejected or failing. You are so scared about failure that you avoid trying it at all. It could be trying to get your health in order. It could be trying to improve your skills, people skills, business skills, finance skills, skills that will take you to the next next level, or not living to that expectation of being great. You are so scared of failure that it wears you down every day, and at the end of the day, I'm telling you this because I know from experience, when you go to bed, the day has gone, and you regret, and you say to yourself, why didn't I do the things that I wanted to do? Why didn't I do X, Y, and Z? I really regret it. I missed another day of doing what I wanted to do. This fear of failure is ruining your abilities to be able to fulfill your full potential. And this person lacks a lot of self-confidence. This fear will eat you alive. Now, the last internal emotion that you're having, and that it is a clear sign that you are suffering from self-confidence, is for some reason you are super aware, or what I like to call hyper-awareness. When someone is suffering from self-confidence, they are super aware of their surroundings. This person is always thinking about what other people are thinking about them. They are always thinking, who is watching me? Who is judging me? What are they saying? What are they thinking? What are they gonna do? What does that look mean that they're giving me? It's a very dirty look. Being so hyper aware of people and what they might say to you, either in person, DMs, comments even, these people, this is one of the biggest signs that you are suffering from self-confidence as a man or as a woman. One way that I was able to help myself overcome this is understand that people are NPCs and that everyone will die. People will die. I've made a whole video on this. This is how you transform hyper-awareness into the I don't give a fuck mentality. I don't give a fuck anymore will help you out a lot. Watch that video. It's somewhere down on my profile. Now back on topic, people who are hyper-aware about everything and everyone, they are living in this delusional dark state in their mind. They are constantly battling themselves. They are unable to be themselves because they worry so much about what people might say. But this will ruin you as a person because it is a very draining and emotionally exhausting exercise to do on a day-to-day basis. When you think about it, no one really cares. I want you to be able to overcome this main internal feeling and reason to why you suffer with self-confidence. This might not be easy to swallow, but I hope this helps you realize and to see the emotions that you are feeling, and to at least with the bare minimum identify it and accept it, and to learn how to solve this. This is what you need to do, and this is what I want you to do, is to understand that this is happening and that you need to accept it and learn how to solve it. This is not easy for the weak. Give it your best shot.